It is October 6th, 2016. We're here at 2427 Montclair Street in San Diego, California, 92104. We're going to inspect the main sewer line. We're here on the rooftop, and this is the original 4-inch cast iron vent. This will lead down into the beginning of the main sewer line for the original part of the house. There was a bathroom addition that we just showed across the other end of the house that was added with some new ABS plumbing. We're going down this vertical vent pipe. Right here, says a little bug there. You can see this is the drain opening where the toilet emptied into. So you can see right there, that is where the original toilet came in from. You can see there's like a plastic bag that's been shoved in there. That's what that little wavy stuff is, black and grayish in color. The line was cut under the house and kind of actually just broken, but was not properly capped. They just pushed something inside there, so some sewer gases can get out from there, as well as, more importantly, liquid if the drain happens to back up. So we're now going to go ahead and look down this portion of the pipe. Now here's where this vertical line, which again, this was where the sewer used to drain from the original toilet, now transitions across. You can see we've got some little bugs and debris in the line there. We're going to go ahead and self-level our line here. So this is the original 4-inch cast iron pipe. You can see there's some pitting on the walls and a little bit of buildup scale from the age of the pipe. A little bit of flaring of the pipe right there. You can see some small crack lines, but under the house we could see no actual leakage on the line actually yet. We're going to continue down the pipe. Okay, here we have the transition for the T-junction. You can see that standing water right there. That's going to be typical when a new pipe is placed in between old pipe. Get a little bit of standing water. Now this junction right here, go ahead and rotate our camera around, and so this T-junction right here, we apologize, we're trying to shift our camera. So that's the T-junction that picks up the other bathroom, that's all new plastic ABS, as well as the toilet for this bathroom, which was shifted quite a few feet away. So we're going to go ahead and recenter our camera here. We're just correcting the image there. So now we're moving down the 4-inch main here. This is in the crawl space. So you can see the line is mostly open. There's just that little bit of pitting and buildup on the inside. But overall, the inside of the line is clear and most of the diameter is still there. A little bit of mounds of buildup, but it's still operational. Okay, here we're coming up to a fitting, and this is the T-junction for where the kitchen ties in. So right here is where we're going to go ahead and rotate around. See little bugs right there. Trying to sneak them back in. That's where the 2-inch kitchen drain empties into this portion of the pipe. go ahead and re-level our camera here. We're now continuing past where the kitchen tied in, where everything is in the house has now been draining into. Got a little bit of white paper debris that's been flushed down by somebody there, and a lot of little bugs in the line. You can see that's a little towelette or a wipe that somebody has flushed down inside the line. There's no such thing as a flushable wipe, so you really don't want to be flushing anything but toilet paper down a sewer line ever. Go ahead and re-level our camera out here. A lot of bugs living in the line here. Continue down the line here. Re-level the camera here for a second. Okay. Cast iron is still intact. Okay, here we have a turn on the line. Okay, so here's a combo T-fitting where the line that's headed here under the house is headed towards the driveway, and then right here we should be making a right turn to go down the driveway here. So I'm going to go ahead and push down the pipe here. We're going to again kind of correct our levelness of the pipe here. We're going to continue down the line. We should be running down the driveway here. So again, there's some pitting and buildup on the cast iron walls, but overall it's still intact, and we're not finding anything too severe yet. Okay, we're coming up to what appears to be a turn in the line, and this is the property line clean-out access. So this is actually a T-junction that we're coming up to where this horizontal pipe makes a downward turn. So as we look up right here, you can see that that is the vertical part of the line here. We'll back up just a little bit more here. So that's going upwards, what we're looking at right there. That's the buried clean-out that was put in during the original construction. And then as we look forward again, we're about to go downhill here. So you can see we're going to go ahead and be making about a 45-degree turn, and we're now going down the pipe at a severe angle to get deeper. This is still all 4-inch cast iron pipe, of course. Okay, here we have a junction here that's picking up what appears to be another wet pipe right here. This T-junction has got some water and debris. It looks like almost coming into the line here. Whoops, we're going to rotate around. So we've got some other little T-junction right there. Now, not sure which this piece is coming in from, but we're going to continue down the line right here. The line is still open. Okay, here it appears we're now making our transition into concrete clay pipe. I'm going to go ahead and rotate our camera around here and looks like this is a T-junction. We've got coming into 2 points right there. I'm going to back up our camera here for a second. Okay, we've got a root intrusion here on the line. You can see this is where we just had water came down the line, so it appears that we may be running through an easement, and that other T-junction we just saw could be where a neighbor is connecting into. Because we have nobody home at our residence and water just came through our system. But again, we do have some roots intruding on the line right here, and this is right where this is transitioning into clean pipe right here. We're going to go ahead and look back here. So that's all our roots here. See them all going by. We're going to go ahead and move our camera back. It still appears to be a clay concrete pipe. Does not appear to be a liner. Okay, and here's the end of the line where it is dumping into the city pipe. This does appear to be newer plastic pipe on there. This does not appear to be a light gray colored clay concrete. So this is the end of this line where it dumps into the city. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull back on the line right here and come back to the root intrusion to go ahead and locate where that's at and see where this pipe is also headed to. So we're going to go ahead and pause the recording for a second. Okay, we've located this root intrusion, and this is approximately about a little over 6 feet deep, and it's actually in the neighbor's yard to the south of this property, and it is about 4 or 5 feet from the sidewalk and about a foot into their grass on their front lawn away from the driveway of the property we're on. So it does appear that that water we saw run down the line and that other T-junction is in fact the lateral for the other house to the south of here, where it is junctioning into this line, and then there's one shared pipe going out. So we're going to go ahead and back up on the line here. So here's where we empty into the line. That's where the cast iron is ending. We're coming back up this vertical pipe. And right here is where we have this other T-junction, which appears to be from the other home. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second and see if we can get the neighbors to go ahead and flush their toilet, so we can go ahead and denote that this is in fact then a shared line beyond this point, which is where that root is intruding. Okay, we've talked to the neighbor south of here. I believe it was 2419, and we'll double check that street number, but it is south of here. They're going to go ahead and flush their toilet for us here in a few seconds, so if it is in fact a shared line, we're going to see some water coming by this T-junction, and there we go. So that is where they tie in and come together, and so they are actually a shared line at this point. So we're going to go ahead and let the neighbor know that they have a root intrusion, ask if we can mark their grass real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and locate the buried clean out on this property in case it ever needs to be attended to. Okay, so we've gone ahead and marked the root intrusion we saw in advance of this pipe connection here. It is, again, a little over 6 feet deep. It's about 4 feet in front of the sidewalk, and if you're coming up to this property here, 2427, you look to the right of the driveway, and it's about a foot into the grass front lawn of 2419. And that's where, again, the root intrusion is. We've got that marked with a green flag and some paint on the grass. We're now going to go ahead and pull back on the line here to our horizontal line where we have the property line clean out that's partially buried, because that might want to be accessed to be able to do a hydrojetting, snaking, and or foaming root treatment to maintain or clear out those roots. So again, here is the buried clean out. I'm just going to push forward again a little bit, look up with our camera. Again, this is the T-junction. Look up the line as much as we can. So the pipe, as you can see, goes vertical a little bit of the ways. We can't see exactly how far. Usually doesn't go too much more, but there is a vertical pipe that can be dug up if it's under the grass and not under the concrete, and then accessed for into this pipe. So we're going to go ahead and just straighten out our camera view here. We're going to go ahead and push to the edge, and now we're going to go ahead and pause the video while we go ahead and now locate this on the property to see where this is specifically at and how deep it is. Okay, we've gone ahead and located this clean out, and the good news is the pipe is only about 19 inches deep, a little over 1.5 feet deep. It is under the neighbor's front yard, but it is grass, and that's a diggable area, not under the concrete driveway. So we're going to go ahead and pull back on this pipe now, which we've already seen previously. So this line is running perfectly straight, so it appears that what we've got here is most of this pipe is running under the neighbor's yard and then side of the house through an easement. And so we back up here. Okay, now here's our T-junction. Sometimes this T-junction could be used to pick up the laundry in the garage, or it could just be a T-junction that was used to make the 90-degree turn rather than just a 90-degree elbow. So we're going to pause the video for a second, see if we can get into the laundry room, run some water through the sink, and see if it runs by the pipe here. Okay, we did turn on the laundry sink faucet, and you can see we've got water cascading by, so this is a true T-junction, and this is what picks up the laundry drain from the garage area for both the laundry and the utility sink that's there. We have the utility sink running right now. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video and just move our camera equipment over to the other bathroom's vent system just to show that real quick, and then we'll try to go down the laundry drain line out to where we have the water running through right now. Okay, we've moved over here to kind of the two-story little mini portion of the home right here, so you can see we're going to pan back across. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting at nighttime here, but we're now going to go down the 2-inch ABS vent. This was for the other bathroom. So we have what appears to be a little T-junction right there. That's going to lead to go head over to the other vents. Again, we have the toilet on one side of the bathroom and then the sink and the tub on the other. So that's why there was that T-junction. So we did want to see that. That was the main thing we wanted to see. And then here's the other T-junction that might head over and across to pick up the other. And so now we just made another multiple number of turns right here, as you can see. So it's going to be extremely difficult for us to continue to push. We've made way too many turns to get down into the sewer line system here so we can continue on. But this line is somewhat accessible from underneath the main crawl space of the house, and we can see that it is all new plastic and it all has proper slope, so we don't obviously expect any problems with that part of the line at all. But we just wanted to show that we do appear to have the proper vent connections here, since we don't have a vent for the toilet that was moved in the other hall bathroom. So we're now going to pause the video and try to go down the laundry garage drain vent. Okay, so you can see here we're on the garage roof. We've got lit up a little bit of the back of the house there, and we're now going to pan over to the vent for this laundry drain and sink. We'll see if we can get down and through here. Here's our 90-degree turn. Still going down, so we're going to have some difficulty trying to continue through this because of the elbows that are going to be used, and these are not out of code. You can do anything with the vent line pretty much as long as the slope is proper, which it is, but these multitude of turns prohibit our cameras from trying to get by through there. So you can see we've got a little bit of water that we from the faucet we have running, and that's entering the line right there. But the angle that the fittings are laid in are preventing us from continuing down. So you can see our waters here, and looks like we're flipping back over, so the way they have the connection piece, we're not going to be able to span across there. So we're going to go ahead, and we can see that the water is draining clear through the other T-junction from the main, so that's all we really wanted to see, because this is not getting paper and feces down this part of the line. So at least the line is open, clear, and draining good, but we're not going to be able to inspect this line because of the angles and turns that our camera cannot make. So we're going to go ahead and pull back our camera here. And so again, this was just for the laundry utility sink and the laundry machine drain line itself, nothing else from the house. So the line is working and in good order, and we're not able to get through this with a camera because of the turns, just like the vent for the other bathroom. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not a straight shot down and in. So that concludes this recording for this property.